if you see the panel line here, just follow this straight across is going to be enough to do the blue. So like I mentioned, this is going to be done. Aircraft is going to be olive drab all over. We have got some artistic license to work out, because if you see on these images you've got these weird patchwork, so we're going to kind of figure that out. Flaps are kind of in, just test fitted, they're only a loose fit. Just to give you a rough idea, I need to sand this one down a little bit, but it gives you a rough idea what the flap looks like. We've got some blue segment around here, so I've left the tail planes off so it's easier to paint. Tail is silver, blue stripe. Okay, we've gone ahead and masked up the canopy now with Edard's mask set. We cheated a little bit, if you want to call it that. Next is to paint the interior green over the top of the canopy. Then we spray black over the top just to give it some depth, just in case there's no light bleed, and then we can paint the aircraft. Okay, now we've finished spraying the natural grey. It's come out really well. It's AK paints. I do like their paints. They thin reasonably well. You have to thin them quite a lot, at least 70% thinners to paint, because they're quite a little bit thick than Tamiya stuff. But they have a very good coverage, and we're going to let this dry. And next step is working on the olive drab. So our next step is working on the legs, undercarriage legs. They're moulded nicely, but there are some seam lines of where they've moulded the plastic, so a little bit of scrape cleaning is required, or you can use a sander to go through it. So we'll just clean up some of these seams, especially on these segments here, because this is part of the suspension, and this is silver, and obviously this part is more shinier. This is the actuator part, so you want to clean them up because you're going to see these lines. Okay, our next step as well is working on the resin wheels from Edward, nicely moulded. and we have the center pieces, which are these. If you want the hubs to be like they are, you're going to have to carefully take out the center pieces, because we've got a fellow wedge cover that goes over them, the disc over the wheels. We don't need to do that. So these are keyed on the back of the wheel. There's a little notch at the bottom. It's keyed. So glue this into place, and then the fellow wedge part on top of it. Okay, now we've glued on the metal cover, we're going to have to remove it from the casting block. I'm using a little saw, fellow wedge one from CMK Precision, little fellow wedge saw. Go on the edge of the cutting block and slowly work your way along. Don't rush this, because these fellow wedge blades will bend and break. Now we're through. Now we're done. Now it requires a little bit of cleanup. Also, off camera, I'm starting to put in some wiring for the suspension, like hydraulic pipes. We do get a resin wheel, but you have to remove the plastic one. I'm just going to go with the plastic one. It's perfectly fine. I'll keep this as a spare. We've already sprayed up the propeller semi-gloss black, so that's out the way. Wheels and tyres, again, nice tread pattern, they are rubber black. I'm running low on that. And we've done the olive drab for Tamiya, which I did for the camouflage. Sorry, not camouflage, it's the overspray panels, I believe. If you see in this image, this is what I'm trying to replicate. So I think I've done the best I can. So we've done use AK for the olive drab, and then Tamiya olive drab, and the olive drab from Tamiya is slightly greener, so it worked in perfect favour for these panel effects. On the other side, I have no idea what the other side is going to be like, so I pretty much copied it kind of the same. So it is, at the end of the day, I can't even say the word, artistic license. So that's basically what I'm working with. I have got some overspray from the underside, so I will have to touch up on the grey, so that's not a problem.